Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Acara kami menyediakan banyak bahasa. Silakan lihat suprememastertv.com/schedule.
And when men become fierce and destitute of virtue, and carnivorous, and addicted to intoxicating drinks, then doth the Kali Yuga, dark age, come to an end. And when those terrible times will be over, the creation will begin anew, and all around there will be prosperity and abundance and health and peace.
Please watch on for our multi-part series on ancient predictions about our planet. Prophecy of the Golden Age, Part 87, Lord Kalki Avatar, Vegetarian, and the New Satya Yuga.
Today's program will be presented in Hindi and English with subtitles in Arabic, Olasis, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, Czech, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, and Thai. अभिवादन पोषित दर्शकों, मैं साधु हरिदास हूँ। भारत के ईमानदार लोग आपको सृष्टि के सभी लोगों को कीमती और पवित्र मानने के लिए सम्मान पूर्वक नमस्कार करते हैं। मानव जाति के इतिहास के दौरान दिव्य संदेश अक्षर रहस्य में डूबे रहते हैं। भविष्यवक्ता, मसीहा या जो भी नाम आप उन्हें पुकारते हैं, प्रायः सताए जाते हैं और प्रताड़ित होते हैं। उनके शब्द गूढ़ थे, लेकिन हम सच्चे को असत्य से कैसे अलग करते हैं? ऐसा करने के लिए कोई केवल ईश्वरीय मार्गदर्शन पर भरोसा कर सकता है, और सच्चाई खुद को उन लोगों के लिए प्रकट करेगी जो ईमानदारी से इसकी तलाश करते हैं। हिंदू धर्म में दुनिया 4 युगों के आवर्ती चक्र में चलती है: सतयुग, त्रेता युग, द्वापर युग और कली युग। सत्य युग, जिसे कृति युग भी कहा जाता है, सत्य का युग है और इसे स्वर्ण युग भी कहा जाता है। उस समय धर्म के बैल के 4 पैर अर्थात सत्यता, दया, तपस्या और दान उनकी पूरी शक्ति में है। हिंदू धर्म में धर्म का अर्थ है नैतिकता या कर्तव्य और उस शक्ति को संदर्भित करता है जो समाज और ब्रह्मांड को बढ़ाती है। भागवत पुराण श्रीमद् भागवतम जो महा हिंदू ऋषि महर्षि वेद व्यास द्वारा लिखा गया था, सत्ययुग स्वर्ण युग का वर्णन करता है।
The people of Satya Yuga are for the most part self-satisfied, merciful, friendly to all, peaceful, sober, and tolerant. They take their pleasure from within, see all things equally, and always endeavor diligently for spiritual perfection.
प्रत्येक बीतते हुए युग के साथ धर्म के 4 पैरों में से प्रत्येक की ताकत 1/4 से घट जाती है, क्योंकि अधर्म या ईश्वरहीनता के पैर के बढ़ते प्रभाव जो झूठ, हिंसा, असंतोष और झगड़े हैं। अंत में काली के अंधेरे युग में धर्म के 4 पैरों में से प्रत्येक का केवल 1/4 ही रहता है, क्योंकि आध्यात्मिकता और नैतिकता को भुला दिया जाएगा।
When there is a predominance of cheating, lying, sloth, sleepiness, violence, depression, lamentation, bewilderment, fear, and poverty, that age is Kali, the age of the mode of ignorance. In the Kali age, people tend to be greedy, ill-behaved, and merciless, and they fight one another without good reason.
सतयुग की भलाई से कलयुग की अज्ञानता तक समय के साथ मानवता कैसे घट गई, सुप्रीम मास्टर चिंघाई ने हाल ही में हमारे पिछले इतिहास पर विस्तार किया।
In the beginning we came here from like the Brahman heavens. We can fly, we can have magical power, we can communicate telepathically with our ears. We can see thousands of miles away. And then we begin to taste this and that, and then we eat more solid food, and then we became more solid now. That's why we cannot fly. And then we even begin to eat raw meat, kill other beings to eat. And then after that, we discover the fire, and then we eat more because it's maybe tastes better, and then we discover other plants combined with the meat, and so on and so forth. And then our body became coarser and coarser, and heavier and heavier, and our mind also became clouded. Our soul, because connected with the mind and the body, feel also dragged down. And that's the result of us, the way we look, the way we behave right now. And then, because we like to eat more and more, we begin to fight with each other for food. And then we need houses because the body became weaker. The immune system used to be more refined, more holy, more wholesome, became weaker and weaker. With each generation, with each day passed, because we ate too many different things and animals and stuff. And then we had to fight with each other for survival. And then we need government to regulate the law, to make the rules. And then we need the police to keep the rules. And then the one who doesn't understand the rule are thrown in prison and get angry, come out, and revolution, etc., and more karma all the time.
हम सुप्रीम मास्टर चिंघाई की इस बात की पुष्टि महाभारत में प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। प्रसिद्ध हिंदू महाकाव्य भी महर्षि वेदव्यास द्वारा दर्ज किया गया है। पुस्तक 3 की धारा 178 में वानर पर्व शीर्षक से महान मुनि मार्कंडेय ने राजकुमार युधिष्ठिर को बताया कि समय के साथ उनका जीवन काल छोटा होने के साथ साथ मनुष्य शारीरिक और बौद्धिक रूप से कमजोर हो गए थे। इस प्रकार वे नीचे के चक्कर से बचने के लिए पर्याप्त ज्ञान प्राप्त करने में असमर्थ थे।
Know, O Yudhishthira, that the period of life, the energy, intellect, and the physical strength of men decrease in every yuga, and in consequence of the shortness of their lives, they will not be able to acquire much knowledge.
You heard that Jacob and whoever was in the Bible lived a long years. And also many of the Chinese legend, they live until 800 years or many thousands of years. We were not meant to live 100 years. We were meant to live longer than this. But because of ignorance, self-indulgence in all kind of poison, so our gene from our ancestor keep shortened and imparted to us this kind of also weak body. So we have degraded into this stage of living in which our lifespan has become so much shortened. Then it's necessary for us to do things in this world. If our life would be longer, we could do a lot more,
सुप्रीम मास्टर चिंगाई ने भी मनुष्यों को कमजोर करने के पीछे के बल का खुलासा किया।
修多的什么都有的，所以可惜，所以他不让我们活得很久就对了。所以自古以来都把很多事情弄得很乱，让我们那个世界毒气困难的然后把我们生活的压得很痛苦这个样子。让我们没办法活得很久，活久一点我们就什么都会发达出来了。他只能流口水，然后他没办法控制我们。很多那个鬼魔现在也是跪降了不过还有一些硬头。不过即使他们跪降，现在已经很晚了，很多人已经受苦了很多人被混淆了，很多人那个否定的能力都压整个地球下来。所以很多人都想不通，师父在他面前讲道理这样子，对你们是很明白就对了，没什么不会不懂了。他也不懂，他怀疑，不然的话习性难改，那块肉放不下。比方说这样子，不是他不想放，磨压人外面不吃素也不是坏人，不修行也不是坏人。我们从上帝下来，怎么心不本善呢？我们生出来小娃娃这样，想杀谁，想吃什么肉酒鸡，没有啊，就是讲出来被一大堆已经污染了，就再污染我们。一个污染两个，两个又污染三个，三个污染四个，我们生出来就已经被包围了。我们真的游泳不出来，游不过去。
सदाचारी दर्शकों, हम एक संक्षिप्त संदेश के बाद लौटेंगे। कृपया सुप्रीम मास्टर टेलीविजन पर बने रहें।
Warning, you might find the content herein disturbing, but the truth must be revealed.
माननीय दर्शकों, हमारी कार्यक्रम में आपका वापस स्वागत है। महाभारत की अनुभाग 178 में मार्कंडेय राजकुमार युधिष्ठिर को वर्णन कर रहे थे कि कलयुग के अंत में क्या होगा। कई हिंदू विद्वानों और हमारी दुनिया की अपनी टिप्पणियों के समझौते के आधार पर यह स्पष्ट है कि हम आज कलयुग के अंत के साक्षी हैं या कलयुग का अंत भी हो चुका हो सकता है। आइए ऋषि मार्कंडेय से निम्नलिखित भविष्यवाणियों पर विचार करें।
And when men become fierce and destitute of virtue and carnivorous and addicted to intoxicating drinks, then doth the Kali Yuga, dark age, come to an end.
कलयुग में न केवल मनुष्य एक दूसरे के साथ दुराचार करते हैं और यहाँ तक कि उदार और पवित्र जानवरों के साथ भी। भागवत पुराण में कहा गया है,
cows will be abandoned or killed when they stop giving milk.
My God, we should have more compassion and more gratefulness, you know? Yeah. The cows, for example, a mother of countless of babies, a second mother, yeah? Many mothers don't have milk or die or sick, cannot feed the babies. Up to now, the cows are the substitute mother for countless of babies, and therefore many of lives have been saved. That's why the cows came down on the planet up to now to help like that. But not for us to kill in such a horrible way and eat the mother of many children.
आधुनिक समय में बड़े पैमाने पर नरसंहार और जानवरों की खपत अभूतपूर्व है और दर्शाती है कि वास्तव में मनुष्य मांसाहारी कैसे हो गए हैं। इस घृणा ने हमारे ग्रह को विनाश के कगार पर धकेल दिया है। वास्तव में महाभारत ने भविष्यवाणी की कि पर्यावरणीय गिरावट और जलवायु परिवर्तन के भीतर कलियुग के अंतिम चरण के संकेत होंगे।
And people will without compunction destroy trees and gardens, and the deity of 1,000 eyes will shower rain unseasonably. And when the end of the Yuga comes, crops will not grow in abundance.
समय और फिर से सुप्रीम मास्टर चिंगाई मानव जाति से इस अंधेरे युग और इसकी विनाशकारी प्रथाओं को समाप्त करने के लिए बुला रही है, विशेष रूप से मांस के लिए सामूहिक हत्या, क्योंकि यह ग्रह के बहुमत विनाश का भी कारण बनता है।
Because you know well by now, by UN warning, by scientific research report, we know that the meat, fish, eggs, milk, laboratory tests on animals, leather industry, anything to do with hurting animals, domestic or wild, are detrimental to our world. We talk about all kinds of climate reduction or reducing air pollution, but animal raising, fish, egg, milk industry, etc., anything to do with animals are the worst producers of lethal methane gas, which heats up our planet. So, stopping these brutal, murderous businesses is the fastest way to cool our earth.
The more dependent we are on meat, milk, and eggs, the greater the CO2 and methane emissions.
A United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC) report showed that out of all diets, the vegan diet has the greatest potential to mitigate greenhouse gases. In particular, at least 37% of human-caused methane, a greenhouse gas up to 87 times more heat-trapping than CO2 over a 20-year period, comes from livestock. Yet methane is a short-lived climate pollutant, meaning it dissipates from the atmosphere in just about 10 years, whereas CO2 takes centuries. Therefore, scientists say that a deep reduction in methane is essential to curbing global warming in time.
Furthermore, meat production is driving severe water shortages, affecting 4 billion people, or 2/3 of the global population. 1/3 of all the world's water consumption goes to producing animal products more than for crops.
In addition, the US government reported that the livestock industry is one of the most polluting businesses. One farm with 2,500 dairy cows generates the same amount of waste as a city of 411,000 people. The animal waste which enters our environment untreated contains pollutants including pathogens, hormones, antibiotics, and antibiotic-resistant DNA, and 400 different harmful gases. The UN FAO lists other worrisome pollutants from animal businesses, such as fertilizers, pesticides used to spray feed crops, deadly chemicals from leather tanneries, and toxic pollutants from intensive fish farms, plus discarded fishing nets and gear make up 46% of the plastic pollution in the Pacific Ocean, killing countless marine life over decades.
Cattle ranching is the biggest driver of deforestation in every Amazon rainforest country, accounting for 80% of current deforestation rates. Animal livestock raising is also a leading cause of desertification, species extinction, ocean dead zones, food waste, and world hunger. While 1 in 10 humans suffer from undernourishment, half of the world's grains are fed to livestock. Only 12 in every 100 calories fed to them are converted into meat, eggs, or dairy, making livestock raising the ultimate form of food waste.
Regarding human health, animal products are a leading cause of cancers, diabetes, heart disease, kidney disease, food poisoning, etc. A UK study found that a global switch to a vegan diet by 2050 would prevent 8.1 million premature human deaths per year, reduce food-related greenhouse gas emissions by 70%, and lead to $1.5 trillion per year in healthcare savings and avoided climate damages, etc.
Killing is still in life the most precious gift to any physical being. Animals are killed for meat consumption in the cruelest ways imaginable that make us human the cruelest beings on the planet. We are the cruelest being on the planet. I don't know if we should call ourselves civilized, great being. The degrading practice of killing must stop. The killing must stop, and we replace it by virtuous ways of life that are also peaceful and kind. If all of humanity turns to such a standard, this world will be transformed indeed, heralding a true golden age of harmony and happiness for all beings. Let's pray that it will be so.
हिंदू धर्म ग्रंथ इस बात का भरपूर आश्वासन देते हैं कि स्वर्णिम युग होगा। महाभारत के अनुभाग 178 के अनुसार,
And when those terrible times will be over, the creation will begin anew, and the clouds will commence to shower seasonably, and the stars and stellar conjunctions will become auspicious, and the planets, duly revolving in their orbits, will become exceedingly propitious, and all around there will be prosperity and abundance and health and peace. And commissioned by time, a Brahmana of the name of Kalki will take his birth.
और भागवत पुराण में कहा गया है,
At that time, when Kali Yuga ends, the Supreme Personality of Godhead will appear on the earth.
जब हमारी श्रृंखला जारी रहेगी तो हम शक्तिशाली दिव्य प्राणी के बारे में पता लगाएंगे जिसकी नए सतयुग की स्थापना के आने के भविष्यवाणी की गई है। आज आपकी कंपनी के लिए हर्षित दर्शकों धन्यवाद। अगले हफ्ते के कार्यक्रम को देखना न भूलें, क्योंकि हम प्राचीन हिंदू ग्रंथों में स्वर्ण युग और उसके महान असर के बारे में गहराई से जानेंगे। आगे आ रहा है संत रोज भगवान का तीर्थ, बीमारों का रक्षक, 2 भाग का भाग 2, उल्लेखनीय समाचार के ठीक बाद कृपया सुप्रीम मास्टर टेलीविजन पर बने रहें। करुणा, शांति और सुंदरता आपके जीवन को भर दे। महर्षि वेदव्यास की असाधारण शक्तियों की बदौलत हिंदू शास्त्र आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान का खजाना है, जो भूत, वर्तमान और भविष्य के विस्तृत लौकिक दर्शन से भरे हुए हैं। 5000 साल पहले पृथ्वी पर जीवित वेदव्यास एक पौराणिक ऋषि थे, जिन्हें मानव जाति के लिए सच्ची शिक्षाओं को समझने के लिए दिव्य नियुक्त किया गया था, क्योंकि यह प्रत्येक गुजरते युग आयु के प्रभाव में अपनी बुद्धिमत्ता खो रहा था। उन्होंने वेदांत सूत्र, महाभारत, महाकाव्य और 18 पुराणों सहित वेदों और अन्य महत्वपूर्ण ग्रंथों का दस्तावेजीकरण और संकलन करके ऐसा किया। वेदव्यास के बिना हम नहीं जानते होंगे। उदाहरण के लिए भगवान कृष्ण और उनके कई अन्य अवतार। इस प्रकार हमारे ग्रह पर हमारे वर्तमान समय को उनके गहन ध्यान में इतने स्पष्ट रूप से देखते हुए वेदव्यास ने कलयुग पर प्रकाश डाला। वह अंधकार युग जो नए सतयुग, स्वर्ण युग से पहले होगा। अपने पिछले एपिसोड में हमने पवित्र भागवत पुराण और महाभारत के कलियुग के वर्णन की झलक दी, जिसमें मानवीय और प्राकृतिक आपदाओं, बीमारियों, दुखद अनैतिक व्यवहारों और आध्यात्मिक धर्म शिक्षण के नुकसान के कारण जीवित रहने की कठिनाइयों के साथ है। लेकिन वायु पुराण में हमें पता चलता है कि कलियुग का एक सकारात्मक पक्ष है।
But piety practiced for one day in Kali Yuga is equal to that practice for 1 month in Dvapara Yuga and a year in Treta Yuga, the two preceding ages.
सुप्रीम मास्टर चिंगहाई ने अक्सर उल्लेख किया है कि इस समय हमारी दुनिया में आध्यात्मिक अभ्यास करने के लिए वास्तव में जल्दी से प्रगति करने का एक धन्य अवसर है।
太安静的时候，我们这个头脑会懒惰，没有奋斗的心，有那个逆缘呐，我们修行起来更好。所以这个世界啊，娑婆世界听说是最好修行的地方，因为逆缘很重。假如说你在这个娑婆世界没有得到佛菩萨的果位啊，你有名是没关系，可以继续向高的境界继续照你继续修，不过在上面修得很慢，没有逆缘呐，太好了。
It's the last age of Kali Yuga, and God is very, very generous. Yeah. So whatever effort, as long as you're sincere and put in effort, that's it. That's all there is. That's all that's count. You see, just be sincere, diligent, try your best all the time to do the meditation, and the rest, God will take care.
But actually also in our time, you know, some years of our time since we're born until recent years, they call it Kali Yuga, means the Dharma ending age. Actually also not just the Buddha's Dharma ending, but Kali Yuga age means Dharma ending age. Yeah, so we are lucky still have method to practice. We have to thank all the saints, the saints that protect and preserve the lineage of Quan Yin method up to date. We really are grateful. Because the lineage don't always run in one direction or in one place. Like the river, it run under somewhere and then it emerge somewhere else and then it hidden again underground, depends, yeah? And then it come out again, yeah? So if we sometimes keep looking in the same tradition, we might miss the mark. I'm glad you did not miss the mark. I'm glad you're wise enough to look wide and far.
कृष्णा चेतना के लिए इंटरनेशनल सोसाइटी के आदरणीय संस्थापक आचार्य श्रीला प्रभुपाद के अनुसार कलयुग आध्यात्मिक अभ्यास के लिए भी सबसे अच्छा समय है, क्योंकि इस युग में सर्वोच्च भगवान दयालु और स्वतंत्र रूप से उच्चतम चेतना को प्रदान करते हैं.
Among the four ages, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali, Kali Yuga is actually the best because in this age, the Lord mercifully distributes the highest perfection of consciousness, namely Krishna consciousness, very freely. His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, vegetarian.
It's the last of this cycle, yes. So whoever left behind, hurry, bring everybody up. That's why it's very generous. But take a lot of power, you see. Just like, hurricane brings a lot of water, yeah? But it takes hurricane to bring that much water inland. Normal rain doesn't. Because at this time, it's like wholesale. Because we have a lot of room, a lot of grace, so everyone can be covered, no problem. You are lucky guys. Yeah. God is generous, but have never been so generous. In the old time, the most would be a handful, thousands of people. Can never be so many. And can never be so openly, gathered together despite everything. It's really lucky, you guys, lucky.
स्थिर दर्शकों, हम एक संक्षिप्त संदेश के बाद लौटेंगे. कृपया सुप्रीम मास्टर टेलीविजन पर बने रहें. धन्य दर्शकों, हमारे कार्यक्रम में आपका वापस स्वागत है. वायु पुराण से संबंधित है कि संध्या के दौरान जो कलयुग के अंत में संक्रमणकालीन चरण है, जब चीजें सबसे खराब होगी तो बचे हुए लोगों को प्रबुद्ध किया जाएगा.
They reach the limit of misery. Only a few of them survive. They are oppressed by old age, sickness, and hunger. Due to misery, they become indifferent to worldly existence. Due to this despondency and indifference, they begin to ponder. By pondering over, they attain the state of equanimity. In the state of equanimity, they are enlightened. Due to enlightenment, they become pious. When those subjects at the end of Kali age are thus enlightened, in a single day and night, the Yuga is transformed.
This lifetime, this period of our life, of our earth, people have too much karma, very heavy karma. All the saints told you that. Kali Yuga, okay? Meaning the dark age. Therefore, we had so many big tragedy, events like wars, millions, tens of millions of people die. And then plagues, also millions of people die, or at least hundreds of thousands of people die. And again, epidemic. And then again, war. And then disaster of big scale, natural or man-made. So only the desperate souls will accept redemption if they find it, and they will hang on to it. These desperate souls, they truly are wiser than the non-desperate. They will not see anything outwardly that obstruct their faith and their determination to escape from this suffering world, which they see and perceive and know that it is ephemeral to begin with. So it doesn't matter what the master look like, as long as their souls perceive that she speaks, he talks the truth, they will follow to the end, sincerely and diligently. And for these souls, I might have appeal. For ordinary souls, they just look for personality, they look for appearance, they look for demonstration, they look for, whatever, you know it, right? Yes. So they will not be able to maintain their determination and faith as long as the so-called master that they have seen or wanted to believe in don't fit their small little frame. There are bigger frames, smaller frames, little frames to fit different photos, okay? So only the one who like the big photos use a big frame. And the little one, they used to with small things, they don't like big photos. They have a small frame, and that fit them for now. That's good. You like larger picture.
कलियुग में तेजी से आध्यात्मिक प्रगति करने के लिए भागवत पुराण में प्रकाशित किया गया है कि एक व्यक्ति को भगवान के पवित्र नाम को दोहराना चाहिए.
Those who are actually advanced in knowledge are able to appreciate the essential value of this age of Kali. Such enlightened persons worship Kali Yuga because in this fallen age, all perfection of life can easily be achieved by the performance of Sankirtana, reciting God's names.
उच्चतम चेतना या ज्ञान प्राप्त करने के तरीके का समर्थन करते हुए सुप्रीम मास्टर चिंघाई भी हमें हमारे अभ्यास के एक अनिवार्य भाग के रूप में मास्टर शक्ति द्वारा चार्ज किए गए पवित्र नामों का उच्चारण करना सिखाती है.
After meeting with the master within 1 year, I have collected lots of knowledge as well as reciting the Naam which have been given to me, the 5 Naams. It has helped me very much to upgrade my spiritual understanding, spiritual life.
The 5 holy names, it's like they just joined the whole universe, the whole cosmos together.
Yes.
It's just the power is so great.
Yes.
It's just beyond belief.
Yes, it is charged. It's not the names, it's a charging power also. The living charging power, yes.
And also I wanted to say last night when you were reciting the 5 names with us, how it was like God force power coming in, and I just was streaming down crying while you were saying them, because I could just feel them to my core, the power.
Good. You even have the God of the whole universe to protect you also, you know? And different level, you're different God, and the whole hierarchy of that level also protecting, looking out for you. That's why the 5 Gods level name is very important.
Hello, Master.
Hi.
Recently, during many days, I had to work with a lot of people, and after the meeting, I felt tired.
Mm-hmm.
And when I repeated the 5 names, I feel just after the meeting very blessed, very released, and
Yes.
very, very, very good. So thank you very much for this.
Bữa hổm con có ăn lỡ một cái gói mì chay nhưng mà không có ghi thuần chay với sư phụ. Xong con bị ngồi thiền, cái bị rớt xuống. Con biết là gói mì đó họ quảng cáo là chay nhưng mà không có tinh khiết. Cái con niệm 5 câu. Dạ sư phụ, con niệm tới đâu là mọi chúng sinh nó quỳ lại con tới đó. Con chỉ niệm 5 câu thôi, con thoát ra chỗ đó. Xong con thiền lại Quán Âm 2 tiếng. Xong cái con trở lại một thế giới tốt đẹp hơn.
Con có thể nghiệm là con đi thăm viếng một cái cảnh giới địa ngục đó, thì có rất nhiều những người gương mặt rất hung dữ và người ta muốn như là ăn thịt con đấy. Thế và bên cạnh đó thì con nhìn ra thì cũng có 3-4 vị đồng tu. Thế con nói là thưa quý vị niệm hồng danh đi. Thế là con cũng cùng niệm với quý vị. Thế là người ta lại đổi sắc mặt và người ta lại quỳ xuống, người ta lạy chúng con. Đấy, con muốn nói là con rất là cảm ơn sư phụ đã tặng con là 5 vị hồng danh đó. Và từ đó là con cũng tăng cái niềm tin, cái đức tin tăng. Và dạ vâng, con muốn cảm ơn sư phụ.
Không có chi. Tốt. I have told you that the name is very, very important, very powerful. Even if you are in hell, if you remember it, you will be released. Because this is a very powerful energy, understand? Powerful. The name of the 5 gods of the 5 worlds, within the 5 worlds, they are kings. So anybody hearing their names, you know, they really bow down. Then nobody can touch you. It's a real protection, not just in physical life, but in hell and in heaven, anywhere, whatever universe you go. Do not take it for granted, okay? Because you get it easy maybe, and I don't always advertise strongly about it like the way they do on TV. So you think it's nothing. It's not. It's a chance in millions of years' time, okay? Millions of lifetime. Please treasure it.
Life after life, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has come repeatedly as a different avatar or incarnation of the Divine Being.
Thus, O King, Supreme Lord Hari is the giver of all desirable benefits of life. Intelligent human beings worship the particular forms and names that the Lord manifests in different ages.
Supreme Master Tsinghai has also affirmed this truth in many lectures.
There's no Hindu God, there's only God actually. Just sometimes God resume an Indian form or a Chinese form, and so we call it an Hindu God, Chinese God. Actually, there's no such thing, huh?
Because only one God that speaks to us all the time. But we call him different name to our own liking and culture, and even language terminology. Like Sanskrit, Buddha means Christ in Hebrew, yes. So Allah is the Most High, as well as the Father of Jesus. Yes, we have only one Father. I hope everybody understands that.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hindus especially recognize the Lord Krishna was a manifestation of the Supreme God. In the Holy Bhagavad Gita, the venerated Lord Krishna tells his cherished disciple Arjuna,
Whenever there is a decline in righteousness and an increase in unrighteousness, O Arjuna, at that time I manifest myself on earth for the protection of the good people and the annihilation of the evil doers, and to fully establish righteousness, I appear millennium after millennium.
Hare Rama.
Supreme Master Singhai also has said that she has been coming to our planet many times over the ages to deliver humans from suffering and teach them the righteous spiritual path.
Master, in the past, you've been a business person, kings, queens, so forth. How do you help others spiritually in these professions?
I do whatever I can. Whatever position, we can always help people in various ways, yeah?
Yes.
According to the higher plan. If the master stay in some country or some area and then begin to rise people consciousness, or people will come to get initiation and rise their own consciousness as well, then of course war will be minimized and peace will be more evident. I do anything or I incarnate anywhere is all because of the working together with the universal plan and the karmic pattern of the world in that specific time.
Yes, Master. Does that mean that no matter what profession you are, you've always been here to save souls and bring them back to heaven?
Yeah, and to leave some traces of blessing from the divine, to prepare humans and others for higher evolution, to help to rise their consciousness, even to teach openly or not.
Previously in our series, we have attempted to gather a list of Master's non-past lives based on inner visions of our association members, as well as occasional revelations that Master casually made during gatherings. Indeed, her past lives have spanned millennium after millennium and were often during a period of chaos or suffering, which her loving and wise presence would help to resolve. For instance, even in her incarnations as so-called secular rulers, she often brought a golden age of peace to those kingdoms.
Some of Supreme Master Singhai's known past incarnations in chronological order: the beloved Lord Sri Rama heroically defeated the demon king Ravana to protect his people and the world, and the era under his benevolent reign as king was like a Satya Yuga, golden age.
The worshipped Kuan Yin Bodhisattva was divinely granted 1,000 arms and 1,000 eyes, invisible physically, to fulfill her vow of rescuing all those suffering and in need of aid. Enduring extreme bodily sufferings due to humans' ignorance, the venerated Master Lord Mahavira traveled barefoot all around India to spiritually awaken and uplift humans of all classes, genders, etc.
The venerated Master Lao Tzu brought forth the enlightened Taoist philosophy, which has since had a deep and far-reaching influence all over China, Asia, and the world. The worshipped Lord Jesus Christ came like a brilliant light in an age of darkness and sin, inspiring countless people to live compassionately. The venerated Patanjali was a great enlightened master of India, whose Yoga Sutras are still valued as highly important and the foundation of classical yoga. During an era of turmoil, the legendary King Arthur successfully protected and united Britain, bringing peace and prosperity to the land. The Venerable Patriarch Bodhidharma from India traveled to China, where he introduced Chan, also known as Zen Buddhism, which still flourishes today.
Queen Sondak of Korea promoted Buddhism to raise people's consciousness, better the lives of her subjects, and through her wise diplomacy, laid the foundations for uniting
the three Korean kingdoms. His Holiness the Sixth Patriarch Huineng founded the Sudden Enlightenment Southern Chan School of Buddhism. The Platform Sutra containing his teachings remains a highly influential text in the East Asian Buddhist tradition.
The venerated priest king Quetzalcoatl abolished cruel practices such as human sacrifice, and through his ingenious contributions inaugurated a golden age for the Toltec civilization.
Known for bringing peace and prosperity to Olac, also known as Vietnam, Emperor Li Thaito accentuated Buddhism to foster his subjects' moral values and love for one another. Emperor Li Thangtong promoted Confucian teachings for his subjects to better understand moral virtues. He burned all torture devices, ordered aid to be distributed from royal storehouse to the underprivileged, and even cared for prisoners. The charismatic Genghis Khan was able to unite disparate tribes of Mongolia and focused on building peace. He embraced religious freedom, abolished torture and slavery, and supported women's rights, among other advanced governing policies. Olac, Vietnam enjoyed a vibrant era under King Zhang Nang Tong's reign, marked by his magnanimity and skillful efforts to avoid all risk of conflict. Even after becoming a monk, he would give out relief supplies and impart spiritual teachings to villagers. The venerated Master Tsongkhapa revitalized the original practices and disciplines of Buddhism in Tibet, which had been in decline. King Sejong the Great created the Korean alphabet to empower the masses and strengthen the nation's identity. During an epidemic, he set up a relief program, personally wrote a detailed prescription for preventing sickness, and had it posted all over the kingdom. This sounds much like Master's loving response to the COVID-19 pandemic, as she donated funds for the most vulnerable and asked us to share her preventive tips with the public. In a time of war and chaos, the Kangxi Emperor brought about long-term stability to China and initiated a golden age with the flourishing of culture and the economy.
Miraculously healing countless people during a plague, the Buddha of Day End of 19th century Olac, also known as Vietnam, eventually led tens of thousands of people to do good, be vegetarian, and believe in heaven and the Buddha.
In a time of persecution, the venerated Lord Baha'u'llah brought hope to the downtrodden with his nobility and compassion. With concerned foresight of the future, he wrote letters to world leaders calling for justice and an end to war. Today, Master also writes letters to governments calling for non-violence.
etc.
Crowned during tumultuous times, the beautiful Empress Elizabeth Sisi played an important role in the peaceful union of Austria and Hungary. She was seen as an angel of mercy, tirelessly helping the needy and comforting the wounded soldiers, etc. The beloved King Chulalongkorn of Thailand, abolished slavery, modernized the government, and advanced the economy. Thanks to his superb statesmanship, Thailand was the only Southeast Asian country to never be colonized. The venerated Master Baba Saun Singh Ji's spiritual messages brought inner peace to hundreds of thousands in India and around the globe, uniting people of all religious backgrounds.
Etc. These were only some examples of these great beings' innumerable moving deeds, just to give an idea of how Master uplifted humankind wherever she incarnated. In addition to these past lives, Supreme Master Qinghai has also been, for example, businessmen, court officials, and other masters, both incognito and famous, although we could not show some of the well-known ones here, as they are sensitive figures. Master also once revealed that she has 3 other human incarnations, all living concurrently in the present time for certain purposes. This explains how it is possible for Master's past lives to overlap with one another, as was seen in our list.
I have even a couple of extra bodies which are not even with me, like in different country, to do different things for me. Because one body not always enough. Physical body, manifestation body. They just doing my job, but they don't know that they are part of my plan or of my physical manifestation even. Interesting? They don't even look like me, so don't dream about it. They were men, even. Businessmen, government, billionaires. All kind, in different continents. You have no chance to meet them. And I cannot reveal to you, okay? They have to work quietly. They're doing my job, but not like directly spiritual spreading job. They're very good. That's the thing, very good one. So if you see any bad leadership, that is not it, okay? Any bad businessman, billionaire, that's not it, okay? Don't just keep looking into the fob and say, oh, must be this one, maybe. He's good looking, must be master. Extra bodies, or there's a woman, maybe, it's not that. It's not what you expect, okay? It's not what you expect. Heaven never make the way we expect anyway. Otherwise, everybody would have followed Jesus, yeah? And would have just left home for Buddhas, and then nothing left for me to do anymore now. Understand that? Yeah. So that's the game. It's the game of the universe, the bargain with the negative power. Yeah. So the God come down doesn't look like a God.
Throughout India, sculptures on temples, paintings, and other forms of artwork depict 10 particularly special incarnations of the divine. The 10 avatars are known as Dasavatara. Although there are slight variations, a majority of traditions identify them as Lords Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, and Vamana, who appeared during the last Satya Yuga, Golden Age, followed by Lord Parshurama and Lord Rama in the Treta Yuga, then Lord Krishna in the Dwapar Yuga, and Lord Balarama, who is Lord Krishna's elder brother at the start of the Kali Yuga. However, some later traditions place Lord Sakyamuni Buddha as this 9th avatar instead. Finally, the 10th avatar is Lord Kalki, who was prophesied to appear at the end of the Kali Yuga. Sometimes it is believed that the 10 avatars belong to Lord Vishnu. However, These enlightened beings actually came from higher spiritual realms, descending level by level in order to be able to integrate gradually into the Earth's coarse atmosphere. For example, coming down to the second level, Lord Sakyamuni Buddha would have donned the mind as an equipment for earthly use. Then he would have descended to the astral level to incorporate emotions, etc., before continuing onto earth. Thus, during this process of descent, he and the other avatars might have passed through Lord Vishnu's domain of the second level, leading some to think that this is where they originated from, when in fact they came from higher heavens. According to the Hindu scriptures, Lord Kalki is to appear at the end of the Kali Yuga to defeat the evil demon Kali, thus opening the new Satya Yuga, the golden age. As we explore the Sri Kalki Purana and other Hindu texts, we'll find out more about Lord Kalki's deeds and some compelling resemblances with Supreme Master Singhai's mission today concerning the elimination of evil from our earth. In the Sri Kalki Purana, Lord Shiva presents Lord Kalki with a horse, a parrot, and a sword to equip him on his mission. Let's explore the symbolic meaning of this part.
This horse was manifested from Garuda, a heavenly bird, and it can go anywhere at will and assume many different forms. Here is also a parrot that knows everything, past, present, and future. I would like to offer you both the horse and the parrot, so please accept them.
In our times, a horse that can go anywhere and assume many forms might be an automobile on land, an airplane in the sky, a UFO in space, or perhaps an ethereal vehicle to traverse spiritual worlds. Supreme Master Singhai has traveled all over the globe, mostly by airplanes, for her spiritual mission. She has also taken cars, buses, trains, boats, etc., and even has flown as a pilot in order to be able to travel quickly at will by a plane or helicopter in case circumstances required it. In addition, many of her disciples saw in their inner visions that Master travels all over the invisible dimensions to help sentient beings, with or without the aid of a vehicle. As Lord Kalki had a parrot who could see the past, present and future, so has Supreme Master Tsinghai had many pet parrots and dogs, as well as various wild animal acquaintances. She has told us amazing stories of how some of them assisted her with their clairvoyant powers.
They know everything in advance. They can see past and future. It's like I'm reading a book. Sometimes my bird, because I'm busy, I don't always sit there and look into the crystal ball. And I don't care that much about those things. I'm going about with my business, so busy. So my bird has to remind me that something will happen. Or even the wild, they tell me. Because these things are not like spiritual practice or anything, you know what I mean? So my job is just to teach people spiritual practice and not to sit there and look into the past and future of anybody, I don't know into people's business. But they are there to help me, So I have excuses to know. Otherwise, I would not check out. You see what I mean? Yeah. So the animals are tremendous help to mankind. I just hope that one day the human truly capiche this and make use of their valuable resource that God has sent onto this planet for us. You don't know how much she talks to me, this one. The inside communication, she can see thousands of years ahead and behind. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she tell me who's good, who's not good. Who come near, who is not good. Yeah, she tells me a lot of things. Not all dogs have this ability, but one of my rescue dogs, I kind of pick her up in Thailand from the street. And she's very clairvoyant and very powerful inside. She can see the future, about maybe 30 years ahead of us. She tells me many things, and later I verify it's true too. Okay, I also know that. It's just that amazing that a dog should know so many things.
I, Lord Shiva, would also like to present you this sharp, strong sword, and so please accept it. The handle of this sword is bedecked with jewels and it is extremely powerful. As such, this sword will help you to reduce the heavy burden of this earth.
Symbolically, Supreme Master Tsinghai still has this sword, the pen. It is strong and sharp, with which she writes wise counsel for the world who need it to be enlightened, awakened, and wise within and without, thus unburden human souls and uplift the energy of our world. In another symbolic meaning, the sword could also be the spiritual sword of wisdom, used to demolish evil and cut asunder ego and ignorance, which are at the root of evil.
The sword that could drive away malevolent spirit. That means the wisdom. Yeah, the time of initiation when you are imparted with this power. Yes, is similar to the swords that cut asunder all the things that has been ailing you, that has been troubling you, that has been attached to you and giving you trouble and obstructions in your life, and make you separated from the Tao. Yeah? Okay, that is the sword of Manchuria, the sword of wisdom. That doesn't mean a physical cutting knife.
文书剑呢，弹那个我子，很漂亮哈。
Displaying his unequaled radiance and riding with great speed, he will kill by the millions those thieves who have dared dress as kings.
Recently, Supreme Master Ching Hai also informed us that she has eliminated not only the king of Maya from our world, but also most of his subordinates. Like the prophecy said, they had existed by the millions, and they even dared dress as kings by pretending to be higher beings.
In the world, we have total 11,121,341 zealous ghosts.
Wow.
That was Wednesday, March 11, yeah?
How did Master discover those zealous spirits?
Because I make trouble. And then they fake the name of God and of the ultimate master or the original protective God to tell me things. And I thought it's not right. I just say this, it's not right what you told me. Who are you? Now you have to swear to tell me the truth. If not, you're going to be destroyed. And your existence will be nullified forever. So they have to tell me the truth. They say, we are the zealous ghosts.
Wow.
It's the zealous demons, Satan's subordinates. They like to eat the flesh of anyone who dies in war and conflict and agony and the like. Recently, I cannot bear no more. They also bother me too much. So 80% of these demons already dragged into hell by the original universe gods' protectors. Because these kind of demons, they might not be Satan himself, but they work for Satan. And they try to always incite hatred between humans and animals, or between animals, between all beings, to enjoy their inflamed energy. A few days ago, the spiders came and told me, don't be sad, be happy, be free, be safe. Zealous spirits return to hell, 93%.
Wow.
So I say thanks, or help, thank God. That was on Thursday, March 26th.
In the Sri Kalki Purana, a queen named Susanta extols the benefits of Lord Kalki's arrival on earth, which she has witnessed, revealing how merciful Lord Kalki is, even to the vanquished demons.
As you, Lord Kalki, traverse the surface of the earth, riding upon your horse, your presence removes all fear. You vanquish even the most powerful warriors. You give protection to those who seek your shelter after being defeated by you in battle.
They're not just normal ghosts. You cannot just use normal worldly magic power to get rid of them. The zealous ghosts came and tell me, please be lenient with zealous ghosts.
Yes.
I said, okay, then one last time. One last time, any of you repent, we go to 4th level. Any against me, go to hell. Till now, 151,326 repented and go to 4th level. Yeah?
Wow.
I didn't check up to now again. The rest dragged to hell with their boss to see their boss there, the Maya, okay? The ones that are temporary in the 4th level will be cleaned, cleared, then to new land sometime later on. Yeah?
Wow.
Okay? Yeah.
Thank you, Master.
By his irresistible might, he, Lord Kalki, will destroy all the barbarian foreigners and thieves, and all whose minds are devoted to evil. He will re-establish righteousness upon earth, and the minds of those who live at the end of the Kali age shall be awakened, and shall be as clear as crystal.
In 2017, Supreme Master Hai revealed that she had commanded the goddesses from the original universe to destroy an evil controlling system that had been gripping our planet.
The negative power put a lot of instruments all over the planet. Not even an ant can get out. Not even a mosquito can escape. Not even a speck of dust can fly out. So one day I was crying for humans and animals. I was so frustrated, so sorrowful in my heart. I called the gods that I knew. I said, go, whoever can, destroy them all, send the body back to their own country. And next day they told me, it's done. So, of course it will be good for you. People will be awakened. You understand? Yes. We will not be blindfolded anymore, okay? The curtain will open and they can see the view. They can see the overview. They can see themselves as a true human being. They can see themselves. They can feel that they are connected with something higher than this physical atmosphere. They can see, they can feel that they are something greater than just a physical body. They can discover that they have more abilities than just a humdrum job every day from 8 to 5. And of course that will boost their confidence, that will boost their happiness, that will bring more harmony into the family and into the society. And then we will discover more, we will invent more things, and we will be more happy with each other, and happier with each other. I'm glad I'm born here, this era, this period, so I can do something. I'm so glad.
The men who are thus changed by virtue of that unique time shall be as the seeds of human beings and shall give birth to a race who shall follow the laws of the Satъя Yuga, the age of purity.
In the future, the clarity of the atmosphere of our planet will help your spiritual practice and help all beings on this planet to some degree. So let them be more awakened, more intelligent, more wise. The next generation will be much better than our generation, okay? Yes.
Up to now, we have drawn a number of parallels between the Hindu prophecy about Lord Kalki, who is the divinely incarnated world savior during the Dark Age, and the present-day life and mission of Supreme Master Hai. Today, this fascinating exploration continues even further. Lord Kalki said,
My mission will be to eliminate the wicked Kali with the help of my 4 brothers. O demigods, your expansions should also take birth on the earth to assist me in my mission.
Similar to Lord Kalki's 4 brother helpers, Supreme Master Hai once revealed that she has 4 pillars of peace, saintly individuals who have been assisting in her mission, even by sacrificing their lives to bring the world closer to the Golden Age.
There are 4 people who sacrifice for peace to help me out.
Wow, Master.
To help the planet, actually. Like if you want to succeed in some battle, taking down some of the citadel, then it's better to have some insider and outsider, both together working.
Yes, Master.
And one open the gate from inside, and the other from outside stream in. Then it's quicker to win the battle. And one is Tai Tu Hoa, one is my elder sister. She just passed away and in a very much suffering, but at least not prolonged. Was crying a lot because she's such a great saint and she wanted to do that, and there's not much I can do, okay? I cannot. I'm not allowed to even see her. If I went see her, then her effort will be nullified.
Yes, thank you, Master. We appreciate her sacrifice so much also.
Yeah, there are two more still helping along. Each one is about 3% plus. Taituwa contribute the most, 4.4%.
At that time, when Kali Yuga ends, the Supreme Personality of Godhead will appear on the earth. Acting with the power of pure spiritual goodness, he will defend the Dharma, true teaching, and rescue the eternal religion.
Here the eternal religion, Sanatan Dharma, refers to the way of spiritual life toward liberation. It has existed all over the world since time immemorial, long before it began to be called Hinduism. One of Supreme Master Ching Hai's endeavors has been to re-establish this eternal way of truth, which has been lost or misunderstood by many during the Kali Yuga. But how did we know that Master's teaching is the same as the eternal religion? As we read a little further in this Bhagavad Purana, we find a description of the transcendental knowledge that the Kalki Avatar inherits when he came to earth. Along with moral precepts, those teachings include meditation on the inner heavenly sound current, which is exactly what Supreme Master Ching Hai teaches.
The sage Sutta Goswami said, O Brahmana, first the subtle vibration of transcendental sound appeared from the sky of the heart of the most elevated Lord Brahma, whose mind was perfectly fixed in spiritual realization. One can perceive this subtle vibration when one stops all external hearing. By worship of this subtle form of the Vedas, knowledge, O Brahmana, mystic sages cleanse their hearts of all contamination, caused by impurity of substance, activity, and doer, and thus they attain freedom from repeated birth and death.
The Bible says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Hinduism also says the same thing. This vibration is God. So in order to find God, we have to get in touch with this word, or so-called vibration. That is the basic of the Guanyin method. Guan means contemplate, in means the sound. We will contemplate on the sound. Now once the contact is established with this sound, it is audible without ears. Just like water can cleanse your body, the sounds can purify the spirit. It filters the negative influence that sometimes enter your being, your magnetic field, by contact with the world or the contaminated situation, or that you inherited from the situation or environment or kind of past life left over. Our mind are contaminated by bad thought, by negative thinking, and if you continue using the sound at the higher vibration, it will eliminate the lower vibration. We feel better and better, pure and pure every day. More simple. The proof is that you don't want any more fame. You don't really feel more attached to the worldly material comfort. You do have it, and you do know how to take care of yourself, but it doesn't bind you like before. See, this is the way the sound cleanses us and makes us feel more and more pure and liberated.
On the night of April 23rd, 1999, Master appeared in my dream. Master appeared to effortlessly float in a beautiful blue sky, reminding me of the Hindu god, Lord Vishnu. I was born into the Hindu religion. She appeared dressed in a long light grey robe, with her long black hair floating against the backdrop of the light blue sky. In one hand, she held a spinning discus, like Lord Vishnu, and welcomed me to the spiritual network. She did this by showing me my connection to the higher regions, with a whitish silver umbilical cord ascending into the heavens. This, she said, was the connection to the sound current. Ever since that experience, whenever I am in a silent environment, just before falling off to sleep or on awakening from sleep, I clearly hear the sound current. This indicates the supreme power of Master in granting me a permanent connection and continued guidance. Thank you once again, Master, for this constant blessing. Your humble disciple, Vinod, Durban, South Africa.
Because our Hindu association member had worshipped Lord Vishnu all his life, Master appeared in Vinod's inner vision, showing familiar features of Lord Vishnu, like the spinning discus in one hand. Master previously explained that enlightened beings can choose to manifest in any form, including as lower-level gods, for the sake of the individual being helped.
OK， 我是师傅太高了，他就用那个比较低一点靠近他一点的等级那个样子，这样子他看就懂了，他会愿意让帮忙。
Faithful viewers, we'll return after a brief message. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Beautiful viewers, welcome back to our program. The Kalki Purana gives an amazing portrait of how the demigods see the extraordinary beauty of Lord Kalki's appearance. This description reminds us how Master brings down the splendor of heaven into the physical realm through her radiant beauty, elegant clothes, and celestial jewelry.
His head was adorned with a brightly shining crown that resembled the sun. The beauty of his face was enhanced by his earrings, which were as brilliant as the sun. His lotus-like face appeared to blossom as he sweetly smiled while speaking. Everyone surrounding him was favored by his merciful glance. Lotus flowers adorning his chest appeared more delightful because of the rays of the moonstone that shone on his beautiful necklace. His garments appeared like a rainbow, thus further increasing his beauty. His entire body shone brilliantly due to the light reflected from countless jewels. This is how all the demigods, Gandharvas, heavenly beings, and Apsaras, fairies, saw Lord Kalki. Many pious human beings have become degraded in this age of Kali, but because of my presence, they will all become pious once again.
I wasn't a very spiritual person. I didn't know about meditating, nothing at the time. And so I started doing meditation and stopped eating meat. And just wonderful changes started to come into my life.
Ja, ich mag mich nur bedanken, dass ich durch dich das Rauchen und das Trinken aufgehört habe.
Sie, du hast so
und Vegetarier bin ich auch geworden.
Progress
Ja, das war alles auf einmal innerhalb von 3 Wochen.
Nur?
Ja.
Das ist gut.
我是一个无神论者，但我修观音法门以后，我觉得完全改变了啊。
这里有一位台南的信徒，他写了一封信，说青海师父慈见，鄙人就是他了。从前是一个黑社会分子，杀人、赌博、斗殴就是打架，做过许多坏事，做过5个监狱。今年一个偶然的机会，到台北中山堂听师父讲经说法。当天晚上，他看到师父变化5种法相，如来佛、观世音菩萨、白胡子的达摩祖师、地藏王菩萨。后来才看到师父的法相，他从此心中渐渐灵生善念，想要印心，自动吃素。
etc. At this momentous time of leaving the Kali Yuga and entering the new Satya Yuga, we are extremely lucky and grateful to have the reassuring and resplendent presence of Supreme Master Tsinghai, who is the avatar of God in our time, leading us securely, steadily, and joyfully into the golden age. The venerated avatar of the past, Lord Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita,
"Just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear."
In our time, Supreme Master Tsinghai makes the same loving promise to anyone who places his or her trust in her. With special gratitude to Maharishi Vedavyasa and the other great sages who recorded the rich Hindu texts featured in this series, we would like to conclude today's program with a special song composed and sung by Supreme Master Tsinghai.
Love me. You know who is me? The Supreme Master in all love.
The song inspired by the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, God said to Arjuna, "Love me, surrender everything unto me." So that's the me.
and love only me. Love me like you never loved anyone. Love me, and I will set you free. Forever and ever we'll be together beyond all frontiers, beyond sorrow and tears. Forever and ever, forever and ever. Follow me, follow me, follow only me. Follow me, follow me, and I will set you free. Love me, love me more than all glory. Promise? Promise? I'll tell you why. Love me, love me, 'cause I'm your glory. Forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever. So, you like my song, huh? I think you like my song, huh?
Thank you, glorious viewers, for your company today. Please tune in again next week as we discover amazing Chinese prophecies about the great saint who will rescue humankind and bring peace on earth. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. May the great masters of the past, present, and future bless you and yours.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AP